Hi everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Forward Finds. Today, we are going through another What's Sold video. It's June 1st, and we got a little catch-up to do. We're about a month behind, so here we are doing What's Sold from May 3rd through May 9th. May was a rough month. That's probably contributing to the fact that these videos are behind. But anyways, 19 orders for this particular week for $332.30 gross. So again, sliding back towards pretty full-time levels, which is not ideal. Thankfully, I did have some decent real photo postcard sales this week that we'll be looking at a moment. Because everything else was some old listings for not so much. So without ado, let's get into it. Okie dokie, let's dive into the sales for this week. Just a quick 10 this time around, no extras. Starting with the non-postcard items, of course. First off, we have this small image, found photo of Cairo Street View in Egypt. 2.5 by 3.75 inches, sold for the full asking of $20. And this one is going to the UK. I say is going because this one has been fun. So I use eBay international shipping. That's the only way I ship internationally. I know it's more expensive, but it's easier for me, and that's just the way I'm doing it. But the way it works is I send the... Sorry, I got wildlife doing wildlife things. Sorry, I send the item to eBay's shipping hub, which for me is out in Illinois. And then they do whatever they do. They send it off to its final destination. I imagine they coalesce a whole bunch of orders going in the same general direction. Regardless. So, there's multiple shipping steps. So that's already takes a while because it's got to get from here to the Illinois Shipping Center, which is going to take a week and a half because of USPS. And then it's got to go from eBay's hub to its final destination, which I don't know how long that takes. I imagine it's not fast. Well, this one had the added disadvantage of getting lost by the USPS for about a week or two. Thankfully, it started moving again, so I was able to indicate to the buyer that, yes, it's still on the move. But at least as of the tracking, it still has not been delivered. And of course, this has been a month now almost, so I would not be surprised if I get another message soon asking, hey, do you know where this is? At which point I'll be like... Nice thing about eBay international shipping, using them though, is once you get it to the eBay's hub, it's out of your hands. If it gets lost again, I won't be required. But anyways, that's a whole lot of not relevant or not interesting information. We just got a small little street scene here. You got some nice signs, old cars from the 1949. I guess the hotel caught fire at some point, so anywho, I got this. I think I got this from Primetime Treasure Hunter ages ago, back when he was still doing eBay live sales with vintage vagabond Vens. I don't remember exactly which one of them I got it from, but I'm almost certain it was Primetime. If you don't watch either of them, I highly recommend it. But anyways, moving on. Sold a sticker, a little pin up here. Gypsy Danger, not my language. It's what it says on the sticker. Holding a pew pew, 2-inch die cut. Sold for the full asking of $9.99. Goes free eBay standard envelope shipping. And I got this from In a Violet World on Whatnot for roughly 20 cents. It came in a small lot. All right. Thanks, Dad. Dad bought this one from me. This came from one of the Albany albums. That's sideways, but got a prayer on the back. But anyways, this is one of those 3D lenticular cards, so as you rotate it around, it's got a bit of a 3D vibe to it. He paid the full asking of $14.99, and I didn't have to ship it. I could hand deliver. This came out of one of the Albany albums and is now hanging in his office, along with a whole bunch of other postcards and photos and things. All right, into the real photos, which were the star of the week. This one I took an offer of, or sold on offer anyways, for $15. Plus shipping. This was one of the oopsies. Usually I do not charge shipping on things $20 or less. I don't know if I anticipated this to take off on auction and then adjust when I relisted, or if I just forgot to change the shipping when I listed this one. But they did pay ground advantage shipping, which obviously, uh, well, yeah, it does a thing. But anyways, we got a trading post here in Palm Canyon, California. The Cahuilla Indians, Native Americans. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly. But yeah, you can see some of the native rugs and other things out there on the front porch there. So I got this from Cat's Dance Mom on Whatnot for about 80 cents. Came out of a $20 lot. So obviously this one item paid for most of that lot on its own. And then you got a little writing there on the back as well. All right. This buyer bought multiple items. You can guess from the items that they bought that they're a Michigan-based buyer. But we had a couple basic cards here, some Chrome cards that sold at my old base price around $5.49 each. One being LaGuardia Airport, which I guess doesn't give you a Michigan vibe, but the other two will. Lake Michigan here, Charlevoix, aerial view, and then the last one, which was really the good part of the order, was the public library in Lansing, Michigan. This came out of the Hannah estate sale, which I know, I still owe you the second half of the album haul video. I only did the first half, and then life. But this one sold, that one sold for $19.99. They got either 15 or 20% off for buying multiple at once. I forget exactly what it is for the three, but I made $25.78 on that order after shipping. So not too bad there, considering two of those listings were, more base price kind of items, little add-ons. This one I got from Retro Relics on Whatnot. I did pay up for this one. I paid about $8. And I did take an offer of $26.99. The buyer did pay shipping, so still not a bad profit in the end. But what it shows, studio portrait of two people dressed as hunters. Obviously, the one guy is pointing, and now it's pouring outside. And they both got some pew-pews there. But a nice image, which is why I paid up for it. I listed it back in February, so it took a few months, but not too bad. The back's not so good, but it has the Azo stand box, so 1904 to 1918. So good little sale there. Continuing with the real photo theme, this one sold for $28 on offer plus shipping. Shows this place in Ontario, frozen lake, frozen waterfront. You got the water tower in the background there, little boat houses, all sorts of stuff, and you got the ID written down here. And then again, some of the information on the back as well. This Azo stamp box, I always forget. 1927 to 1940s, roughly. I got this from Amanda Loves Everything, another great seller over on Whatnot. I had bought a whole bunch of cards, and they came out to be about 75 cents each. So not too bad there. All right, this also came from the Hannah Croy estate sale, that $190 lot. Here we got 4 people. I'm still not sure about this one. So on the back it says Mount Beacon, opposite Newburgh, New York, July 4th, 1912. So you got the July 4th collector niche thing going on there. It really looks like a studio portrait to me, like a backdrop. Though some of the inscription suggested that they maybe were on a boat. I don't know. Regardless, the buyer took it for one bid of $24.99 plus shipping, the ground advantage shipping, and they seem to be more than happy with it. So regardless of how you interpret it as studio portrait or live action, whatever, they're happy with it. I'm happy with it. Everyone's happy. And the last one I am going to share with you today for this week. This was a great image. I paid up for this one as well. Seems to be the story of this week. I paid $10 from this or for this from Flippin' Roo. And part of it was, I thought I could get more than obviously $10 out of it, but I just thought it was a great image. It would have been nice to have it in the store for a bit. Shows a bunch of soldiers in barracks, presumably. all sorts of interesting art in the background, including, I don't remember. Think it something on yeah, right here. The Black Hills Brewing Company suggests that maybe we were in South Dakota. Um, you got the Police Gazette here with a boxer on front. I tried looking up that exact issue. Apparently, there was a lot of boxers on the Police Gazette, and I could not find one that matched that. But this guy's got a little, what's that, mandolin, or something like that. This guy's got a bottle of some sort, alcohol bottle. It's just a fun piece. Now it was trimmed, as you can see there. It's missing the part of the card there. But as of stamp box 1904 to 1918, I did end up taking an offer of $21 plus ground advantage shipping. So I doubled my money in the end. So not too bad. I was hoping obviously for more, but it was a great card. I was glad to be able to put it in the shop for a bit, and with the condition issues, I think that was probably fairly reasonable. So that was this week of sales. We'll try to get those other what sold videos here to you soon. I got some other hauls to show you, and I'll sort of sprinkle the what solds in between until we catch up. But let me know what your favorite sale is in the comments below. If you have any thoughts, ideas, comments, whatever, how your sales are doing. But most importantly, never stop exploring.